you want me, say you need me all the time, all the time. Lately, I've been crazy, feeling hazy, feeling lost inside my mind, in my mind. All I want is some more of your time. All I want is some peace of mind. Last week, when you called me, things were easy. You left me feeling oh so high, oh so high. But lately, you're changing, baby. Your yes is maybe. Without a reason, you leave me dry. You leave me dry. All I want is some more of your time. All I want is some peace of mind. All I want is some more of your time. All I want is some peace of mind. All I want is some more of your time. All I want is some peace of mind.
Frigiliana, bloody hell. Oh, we're up. We've got a bit of noise on, haven't we? No, we're up. Right. So I touch the microphone. Hello, Craig. Hello, Tim. I hope you do get to Frigiliana. And good evening, Mike. How you doing? I just found this in Lidl's. It's a steam beer. I thought, well, I'll take that up. I didn't realise steam beer stout. 7.5% for £1. Bargain of the week. So that's what we're drinking, nice and black. The only thing is I've had it in the fridge, so don't tell Jay, whatever you do, I'll get a shot. Just outside Lidl's there is a tan, yeah, well, put my white t-shirt on, so I look, more buff than that. I'm quite lucky, I've got the skin tone that I just get tanned really easily. I've actually been asleep. I bought the last couple of times ago when we were here, I bought this huge, well, you've seen it, haven't you, Craig? This huge bloody Lilo thing. And I can get on there and actually fall asleep. It's like Jesus is behind me. Shining through the thing. The sun's starting to drop now. So I get laid on there and within about 10 minutes I'm fast asleep. So and I wake up 2 hours later and I've actually been in the sun because normally I just sit in the shade. But you've got to get your white t-shirt on, makes you look like you're really buff. I've been back to the doctors today and I'm fighting fit, so she said it's time to start your exercise regime again, which means it's time to start an exercise regime because, obviously you're a little bit chubby. She didn't really actually say it like that, but I think that's what she meant to say. But anyway, special welcome to Anna, which is the other half of the Frigiliana Rentals.com. And and she's one of my newest subscribers. So special welcome to her. Anybody that's interested in the intro music, it's by the Plastic Birds. Now, we used to use one for Bill's intro when we used to do that other show that is the Face for Radio show. So the intros, the link for the intro is in the description, and also the link for the people that rent these villas out. I never worked out that sun was going to come through there. Let's move that around a bit. You'll end up needing. There you go. That's got rid of it. I actually set it up so it was pointing that way, and because I'm sat under a bit of a roof, you could see out there, but you couldn't see me. It was just like a silhouette. It's been about 30 again today, between 27 and 30. We went out for lunch today as well. Went down to obviously went down to the doctor's. I popped in. There's a restaurant we've been going to for a few years on the beach, and we went in there, and it's absolutely fantastic, this restaurant. And like for two people, I had a sea bass and stuff like that, and we had a glass of wine each, and I had a beer, and I think it was like €49. So what's that? 45 quid, something like that. So, what are you all up to? Are you all sat about waiting? I actually set it up wrong. I didn't realise that the time had changed on my computer, so I set it up for thinking it was going to be 7 p.m. our time and 6 p.m. your time, because obviously the laid back vape show's on at 7. And I ended up setting it up for 5 o'clock your time and 6 o'clock mine too. 16, that's not too bad, is it? I think back where we live, I think it's about 20, 22. So I'm back on vaping now anyway. I've got rid of all the crap out of my lungs, and now I can vape again. So I'm feeling fighting fit and ready for work. That's going to keep doing that, isn't it? There's a bit of wind coming. We've adopted a couple of cats while we've been here, and they're so sweet. One of them is a little kitten, and you sort of think, well, if I could get that home with my hand luggage, I would do. But the price of importing animals back into the UK, I presume now with not being in Europe, would cost you a bloody fortune. One thing did surprise us on the way out: you can actually buy cigarettes now. I started flying in 1996, and it was just as they'd got rid of the cigarettes from, was it a couple of years after maybe? But now, if you're just on a short flight to Spain, you can buy booze and cigarettes, and obviously there's a limit now of 200. So it's a good job I don't bloody smoke anymore, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't really sweat, to be honest. This is bug spray, because one thing when you're sat in the rurals, you do get a few bites, I've found this time. Whether it's the time of year. I know we were normally in June when you come, you do get quite a few wasps. What are the vape shops like? Now, they have tobaccos over here. And last time I went in one, it just say that they do electronic cigarettes. But they are really basic. There's Caliburns, Juuls, and small bottles of liquid. Oh, there was. Is this the first? No, we managed to get to Turkey last year. We popped away. Let's see if I can get rid of that sun for you. There you go. We managed to sneak over there. Old Alburn, hello, Danger, how you doing? We managed to get to Turkey last year, before it really locked down again when we got back. Hello, Graham, how you doing? Nice to see you. Everybody hit like, no dislikes, because if I know if anybody gives me a dislike, it's Danger Otter. Look at this, Mark, I was just showing these, I don't know how long you've been in. The Wonderful World of Lidl. 7.5% stout for £1 a can. Hello, Skint. Bloody hell, yeah. Once a year. Yeah, Turkey was nice. We were in Sea Day last year, but we were up, lots of pipe tobacco. Oh, special brew out the car fridge. Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised I picked this up, didn't realise what steam beer was. I thought it was some sort of fancy ale. It's got the old steampunk logo on it. Look, quid a can, can't believe it. The other thing is, I've had it in the fridge, so I'm not getting the full flavour. Yeah, but back to the vape shops. That's basically when we went in, that's all there was. And loads of cigarettes and tobacco. One thing I've noticed, or one thing they told us when we got over here, there's no vaping or smoking on the terraces outside the restaurants anymore. So when you used to be sat there as an ex-smoker having your dinner and everybody's blowing a gitane or whatever up your nose, gauloise or 4 tunas up your nose while you're trying to eat your dinner, that's all gone now. They're saying because of the vaping, so I can't imagine that that's going to come back in, because it's a nice clean place to eat now, even outside. I don't want to be a Mardy ex-smoker. Anybody hasn't seen the BBL from Friday night, make sure you check it out, especially the news. That was bloody hilarious. Hopefully I never get to be in the news. There we go, it's back again, the bloody sun. Shouldn't moan really, should I? There you go. It must just be starting to drop, because it's just after 7 over here, so it'll be dark by 9. We're not barbecuing tonight because we've eaten too much of dinner. Started ordering this food and you're like, oh yeah, we'll have a plate full of that and a plate full of that. And then when it actually comes the volume of it, you think, oh my days, we're never going to eat all that. But we did a good job and we didn't have a pudding. So it'll be a packet of crisps later and that's it. What are you doing with a car fridge anyway? You poor farmers without your subsidy. Is that Range Rover still? Obviously must be. They've got no money. Moaning about the sun, it's been lovely here. There's 5 cars a day go past here. I'm just in the red here a little bit here, so I'm just going to pop that back down a bit. That should be better. No, I'm not moaning about the sun, I'm moaning about the sun on the camera. Yeah, new Range Rover, must be awful. Never make any money as a farmer. Just, oh, look at my Range Rover. Look at my new tractor. Never got any money. Yeah, so there you are. 7.5%. I don't know if this camera will zone it in. That was a bit of a shock when I got it home. I thought it was only about 5. A couple of them you'll be good to go, won't you? Bloody hell. Is it still lovely over there? I think it was raining where I live. It was raining on Sunday all day. We had, last Tuesday, we had a bit of patchy weather. But that was all. Hang on, I've got somebody on the phone. Oh God, that's terrible. US truck drivers on 100k a year, so Jeremy Vine says. I was listening to the Vaping Trucker, and he was saying the amount of money it costs in fuel to actually own your own vehicle. He went back to working for somebody else. So it does. The only problem we've got now is we used to get 2 for 1 for the dollar when we went across there, but now you go across there and it's like 1.30, and you buy anything and it costs you a fortune. You get a lettuce and it costs £4 and ridiculous things like that. Am I off to the pub? No, I'm not. No, we're a bit self-sufficient here. We nip out for lunch sometimes, and then we usually at night time we have a few beers. It's not the sort of place you can go to. Insurance claim. What happened to what's your other Range Rover? But hell, you don't have much luck. Should have a couple more, don't worry, I will. Plenty more. I didn't drink last night. None at all. Are you coming on? 22, that's not bad. We've got about 30. I don't want to be a temperature snob, but we have. It has been bloody warm. The only problem with this house, I haven't got air conditioning, and I won't get one again without air conditioning, because at night it gets muggy. So you get all the windows open and then you get bit. But it's the first one we've had for a while without air conditioning, and you need it. I'm sending the vape trucker over to Gold Tesco. The vaping trucker lives somewhere in America, doesn't he? Thing is with them though, I mean, you get them bloody lorries there. I mean, ours don't do a lot of miles to the gallon, do they? But you get them over there, and they're like, some of them are, they're that big. They're like a bloody gallon to the mile, aren't they? And they don't get any real subsidy or anything like that for fuel. It's diesel over in the US is really expensive, because they say that the trucks bake the road so they can pay for it. Somebody crashed into, oh bloody hell. Christ. That was a nice vehicle, that last one you had as well, wasn't it? So have you got that one as an insurance thing, or have you had to buy a new one? Is it a replacement? Did you watch Jeremy Clarkson's Farm, Mark? I found it really good, and I think that he's a good advocate for the farming industry as well. I'll have to get my mankini on you. I don't think anybody watched me with my mankini on. In fact, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. Is Clarkson somewhere up near you, isn't he? Is in that posh area, that really expensive area where you live? Cotswolds, is it? Is that where you were? The trucking industry's got better in the UK, hasn't it? If you're a driver, there's shortage of drivers, and they're paying 20 quid an hour. It's about time we had a shortage of people, really, to get the money up for people that are being employed. They've been exploited for bloody years. Right, the rich farmers especially. Nobody's chatting much. Everybody's gone. Oh, so that's it then. That's the... All right, it's brilliant. I'll tell you what it ends like and save you watching it. It's got another series coming out because they said Amazon weren't going to do another series. Obviously, they probably did that because there was a lockdown. And then they said, if you want Amazon to do another series, everybody get in touch with Amazon and tell them you want another series and they'll do it. Can you hear that donkey? I don't know if the mic will pick it up. It goes off about 5 or 6 times a day, and it's a donkey or whatever it is, but what a bloody row. You're more northwest. Beautiful area where you are though, isn't it? We're different to Lincolnshire. 200 a day and I'm on 3 pay rises in 2 months. Bloody hell, Tim, that's brilliant, isn't it? You get what you can, mate, what you can. Because it was the same, my wife works for a supermarket, and they're all key workers and stuff like that, and then the next thing, everything's doom and gloom, and we're not making any money, and blah, blah, blah. They made an absolute bloody fortune last year with a captive audience, and everything's just misery with them. Just started watching Clarkson's Farm. You're on sheeping. I really, really enjoyed it, because I like Jeremy Clarkson anyway. People have got mixed opinions on him. I met him once, and he was a bit gruff and grim when I met him, but... it must have been the 1000th person that day that actually wanted to sign a shitty piece of paper for no apparent reason. But it just goes to show you, I think as you get older anyway, you're a lot more, I don't know, you're a lot more chilled, and you think a lot more about what you're doing. And they, obviously, it's all right going down the road, sideways in the car, but there's one where, I'm not going to say anything anyway, because somebody's on the sheeping bit now, but... and it shows the real side of what farm life is like. They're not pets. They're animals. I worked on farms. That's the only thing I ever wanted to do, really, when I was younger. You should go ride the donkey around. There's a horse place just down there, and there's another one up there. There's also a fancy yoga retreat round here, Mark. That'll suit you. Get yourself over. Get yourself doing the upward-facing dog or whatever it is. What was that? I'm trying to remember the name of that thing. It was something like Brits in the Sun, anyway, or something like that. It was one of them series. They didn't do it last year, obviously, because it wasn't there. And there was some young lasses from Ireland, I think, and they got a pub in Nurka. And there was a lady, and I think she made a hotel in the middle of Frigiliana, which is a really tight space. It's a real sort of everything. There's no room whatsoever. She made a boutique hotel up there. And they did quite a bit across. And as you go into the village, there's like a big bridge where you go across there, and they showed you a lot of filming of that. And it's a beautiful little village. Anyway, again, if you ever want to come here, there's a link in the description to the guy that does the things. They're available. You can get booking.com. His wife's all right. She wasn't his wife when I met him, though, to be honest, because his wife was his PA. and obviously, got a bit older and decided they didn't want to be together anymore. Yeah, you want to watch Clarkson's Farm. If you'll find it really amusing. I was quite surprised. I thought it was just some stupid crap. And the young guy that's on there, Caleb, is obviously very, very highly trained in his job. And the pride that farmers have. I remember my dad was a farmer. And if you ploughed a field wonky, then you go in the pub on a Saturday night, they go, what about that field? And they used to know the name of each field. What about that 10 acre you did down there? Wonky is a bloody, dog's back leg and this, that and the other. So everybody was really, they used to have pride in their work. And it definitely made a difference. And so it's quite interesting to watch that. Yeah, they usually are, aren't they? If you've got £50 million in the bank, it's usually easy to move on to the next one. Anyway, I'm still on this. Do a little bit of vaping for the vapors. Bit of Cool Lagoon from the Vapor Store in Gainsborough. Also available on their website. I'm not selling it for them, but if you like Heisenberg with a fruit twist, you'll really enjoy that. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, yeah. But if you sign up for it for a month, no, I don't get a discount now. No, I'm not. No, I don't get a discount now. I've been dealing with him for quite a few years, and no, I certainly don't get a discount. For the last year and a half, he's made absolutely nothing, and he's a good friend of mine, and I've been here a lot of years, and if I can tell a few people the link for his site while I'm doing a live stream, which I was going to do anyway, then all well and good. He tries hard. It's a bit of a different scenario. If you come across with TUI or something like that, you get to the airport, they give you a little letter to tell you where the keys are on the wall, a phone number to ring up if there's a problem, and then they send you down to the hire car thing and sayonara. But you get over here with this guy, he helps you in with your bags, all sorts of things and stuff like that. I mean, we make him a cup of tea. We sat and had a beer actually when he came this time. Then I wasn't very well, and I text him, can you tell me a doctor? Well, instead of going to any doctor, you go to the one that they use, which means that they've been tried and tested. So he sent me a link to it, just put it in the sat nav and off you go. Oh, there you go then. We watched it pretty solid, I think. It's about 6 or 7 or something like that. And we watched it pretty solid, 2 or 3 at a time, whatever. You've had some shitty cantaloupe. Cantaloupe? What, melon? Oh, yeah. There is some crap melon. This ain't got melon in it. This is Eisenberg. This is like menthol. According to that blackcurrant, I can't remember what. I've got the recipe for on my ELR if you're interested in doing the Eisenberg one. There's bubblegum and everything in there. This one's actually got a bit of orange in there. It's not going to focus on this camera. I've left me a good one at home. This one's got a little bit of citrus in there, just brings it up a little bit. I've had some terrible juice, I'll be honest. I haven't made a lot of terrible juice though, to be honest. I can usually get through it. If I've made it, I can usually get through it. But there is the odd one where you just throw it straight in the bin. And you need to. But that's the point of DIY. Once you get into DIY, and I was never interested in DIY. Once you get into it, you just can't bloody stop. It's like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. I've made one, and it's got 4 strawberries and champagne in there. And it's pretty lovely. Absolutely lovely. But anybody can mix. If you can vape what you've mixed, then you can mix. So that's it. You haven't got to put 57 different flavours in there. There is some. I bought some. Only melon. The only melon I like to vape is Flavora Wild Melon. Very nice. Get it if not had it yet. There you go. I'm on some nasty juice stargazing. It's nice. I don't tend to buy anything. I bought this because I normally make that Smurflust, what Nick Nevins gave me the recipe for. And I'd run out of it. And I wasn't very well, I got a cold. So I nipped down the vape shop and bought 2 bottles of this, and that's all I vape really while I've been here. And it's nice, but a lot of commercial e-liquid now to me tastes like it's had 2 spoons of sugar in it. But I don't think I'll go back to vaping commercial juice. But this is like a go-to. Every time I've got a bit of a sniffle, I'll just buy a couple of bottles of that. Anyway, I've done my job. So I'm going to pop off, let you all get on. And hopefully you'll come back on the other channel on Sunday night. And give us a watch on there. I've got to sit and have a few beers now. I want some more waffles and syrup I had. Different cake. Oh, hang on, I'm not the bloody chat off. 1 second. Or a different cake mix. Custard. Waffles and syrup. If you have a look on ELR and look for Net Reality, there'll be a million recipes on there. Because he's a cracking mixer. And if you go on the Monkey on Juice Facebook page and join that, and they'll give you a recipe for anything you want. They're absolutely brilliant. We do some mixing streams on Tuesday nights, not next week, but the week after, and we do a few things on there where you just throw 3 things in a bottle and come out with a perfectly good vaporable liquid. My wife now is certainly not wife swapping. Oh, what a swapper! Right, catch you all soon, everybody. Thanks for bothering to come in. And if you're interested, if you click on that link, and it'll show you around some of the houses in Frigiliana, and maybe you want to come here one day, but don't come the week I'm here because that's not good, is it? Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Baby, won't you save me? Say you want